Good morning, everyone. Yep, I'm back outside again, letting all the chickens out of their coops because, hey, they want to be set free and they want to eat. They're hungry. They're always hungry. It's always about eating when it comes down to these guys. It's also about laying some nice eggs too. But eating, that's a pivotal part of our gospel lesson for this coming Sunday. I mentioned it yesterday, the road to Emmaus. Easter, late afternoon, early evening, as two of Jesus' disciples are making their way back, well, we really don't know, probably back home to Emmaus. And it's getting late. Here's a couple goats and a sheep diving into their morning breakfast. But it's getting late, and they'd been talking to Jesus along the road, but they hadn't recognized who he was. Maybe too lost in their grief. All their hopes had been dashed. In fact, that's what the scripture says, that the one that we had hoped in, we just hoped that it was him that would come and redeem us, redeem Israel, and it's not happening. So lost in their grief, they were headed back home, and it was late, and they told this stranger that they were talking to, hey, just stay put for a little bit. Come, stay here, get something to eat, stay overnight. It's not safe to be out there at night. Spend some time with us. Remarkable that they would extend hospitality to someone, a stranger, in the midst of their own grief. Reminds me a little bit of what's happening in our world today with the way people are interacting with one another in new and different ways, but a lot of it is all about hospitality, all about caring for other people, even though we're all kind of in the same boat. We're all hurting right now. But love does find a way. And that's what's happening now, which is a great thing. It's a great thing. But back to the story. It's during that meal that they recognize who Jesus is. Or more precisely, Jesus reveals himself to him. And how did he do that? He just picked up some bread. Just a simple loaf of bread. And when he picked up that bread and he broke it and he shared it with them, their eyes were opened to who they were talking to. They were talking to the one that they had thought was dead. And now he's revealed himself to them in a very powerful way. I think there's something about sitting down and eating together and sharing our hopes, our crushed hopes, our dreams, our crushed dreams with one another as we eat around the table. That's why it makes this time so difficult for us, because we just can't do that right now. And probably won't be gathering in large groups to do it anytime soon. And yet, Jesus still comes to us. He comes to us in a moment when all we need is a piece of bread. A piece of bread. We all have bread in our bread drawers. At least I hope you do. If not, better run down and grab some real quick, because, yeah, those kids are going to be wanting a sandwich come lunchtime. Piece of bread. Jesus being revealed in a piece of bread? Yes. Those disciples had seen it plenty of times, time and time again. Jesus feeding crowds by taking bread and blessing it. And they probably had heard the story if they weren't present at the Last Supper, because that would have been the 12, not these two, of Jesus taking that loaf of bread and saying, this is my body, and then taking the cup and saying, this is my blood. A strange deal. And yet, a time in which he was revealed to them. He was in an eye-opening situation even then, even though they were still kind of wondering what is going on here. Bread, just a plain simple loaf of bread. Today, when you go to that bread drawer and pull it out, take a second look at it before you dive in and have a bite. Realize that there are many ways that God reveals himself and his love to us, especially in these difficult times. And we can see Jesus in the breaking of bread, even if it's just around our family table. Hopefully it'll be soon when we all gather together around the communion rail. Jesus there for us, for me, for you, to give us hope once again. Hope that we will get through this virus situation. Hope that whatever crisis that we might be facing, there can be an answer to it. Hope that love, in the end, does win. God bless you on this day, and may he reveal himself to you in the breaking of your bread.